Hi everyone, this is our Vision 60504 Marketing Research Project. I'm Cade.
I'm Alec. I'm Ryan.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Christina. And I'm Ria.
The Vision 60504 Marketing Research Project allows students across District 204 to act as the role of a city planner to renovate the Fox Valley Mall. By using extensive research to determine what people like, we were given the opportunity to experience what goes into consideration when placing businesses around. Our goal for this project was to recommend businesses and to attract more customers, provide a better image of the mall, and produce more revenue.
Having a high average household income is an advantage to the Fox Valley Mall with an average of $112,321. This is important because the income reflects how much the customer would be willing to pay.
Some of the weaknesses of the Fox Valley Mall are there's a high percentage of people that rent and don't own, with males having 25% and females at 48%. It's hard to have a loyalty and a strong customer base when people are renting in the area. Also, we have to compete with the other malls in the area, and we have a fully enclosed mall, and there's no outdoor common area, and our mall was built in 1975, and it looks very outdated still. There's a lot of large open spaces in the parking lots that aren't used, and it's just a waste of space. Some opportunities are though, like Christina said, we have a high average income of $112,000, and this allows us to bring in newer stores and more upscale stores too. Also, like I said, there's an abundant amount of space in the parking lot and around the ring road we can use. Also, there's a rising population in our area with 2.5% of males and 2% of females. Even though that's not a lot, we'll still bring more customers. Also, we have a great location right off of Route 59 in the Naperville, Aurora area, and this makes it, this allows us to bring in new businesses because multiple businesses would like to expand. Some threats are the Chicago Premium Outlets, Bolingbrook, and Oak Brook. Chicago Premium Outlets expanded 30 new stores last year. Bolingbrook opened in 2007, and Oak Brook had a $30 million renovation in 2013, so we have a lot of catching up to do. As you can see, they're a lot nicer, more upscale. And also we have to compete with downtown Naperville, which is a lot nicer and it has more charming stores than our mall. So we want to catch up with them. And also we have to compete with the online shopping, which is very big nowadays, and a lot of businesses focus on that. So it's tough to bring in businesses that will succeed in a mall.
We used extensive research to find out what people would like to see at the mall and what stores would be open to moving towards the mall. We mainly used secondary data from Buxton, Retail Lease Track, our survey, and many things from the Invest Aurora.
Before we created our own survey, we did some research so we knew what to expect. Buxton categorized residents of this area into groups. The groups with the highest percentages were Kids and Cabernet with a 6.0%, Babies and Bliss with a 5.6%, and Generational Soup with a 13.6%. All of these top groups had a few common attributes, and those include that they favor modern technology, they're active, they're family-oriented, and they're affluent, but they are cautious about spending their money. Another thing that went along with our secondary data was demographics. So this is really important when it comes to what businesses we want to expand to our mall. So we have a very high average household income, as we've already been told. It's $112,321. The population within a 3-mile radius of the mall is 95,312 people. 40% of the population is married and has children under 18 years old, and that's a really key factor because that shows how family-oriented people are. The average age is between 30 and 45 years old, and another thing that's really big about the mall is traffic counts, because when people drive around the mall, that's their first impression of the mall. So when they see empty parking lot space and gray concrete, that's their first impression, and that's not the kind of look and image that we want to give to the mall. So people that drive around Route 59, there's 50,000 cars that go down there per day. As for East New York Street, it's 24,000, and for McCoy, it's 5,500, and for North Commons Drive, it's 17,000.
We created a survey and we got a total of 157 responses. We mainly use the key responses to see like how many people had things in common, and we use that for what we know. What we found was that the most desired change was the image and the outlook on the whole entire mall, both internally and externally. Internally, we were thinking about adding more stores that appeal to everybody, and externally, we were thinking about adding like things around the free road just to make it look more appealing, and like colors. Also, one of the main things was changing Tilt and Kill, because that isn't family-based at all, and that's one thing that a lot of people said that they didn't like. And we were thinking about using a lot of that empty space because it puts a really bad outlook on the mall in general, because like Rhea said, that's the first thing people see when they go around it.
In our survey, we asked people of different ages to rank the priorities of the improvements to the Fox Deli Mall. Blue was first priority, showing that most people chose that changing the overall look or image of the mall would be the most important. Next, we asked in our survey, what kind of business would you like to see more of at the Fox Deli Mall? Sit-down dining came out as the most popular choice with 59.9% of votes, which is 94 votes total, followed by fast casual dining at 48.4% and 76 votes total.
So here in our survey, we wanted to get to know what the people are like, what our respondents are like. And as you can see, 62% said they are health conscious, which will lead us to bring in Salad Works, which we will talk about later. Also, 89% say they enjoy eating out, which will cause us to bring in more restaurants, more dine-in restaurants that you can go with your family and friends. And another big one is 73% of these people have hung out at Starbucks before, which we'll replace we'll replace Gloria Jeans with the Starbucks.
As you can see, when we asked our survey takers if they could visit a Krispy Kreme near the mall, over 50% of people said they're very likely to go to the mall. And next one, we asked if an Apple or Microsoft store added to the mall, would you be likely to go? And over 70% of our participants said they're likely, all the way to very likely to go.
Okay, one of our recommendations was Piata, which Rhea will talk about later. So pretty much to sum it up, we asked the people what they would think about a pasta-themed restaurant. And as you can see, a lot of people said that they would be very likely to go. There's 54 people that said they're like 4 out of 5 to likely to go, and then 46 people said they're very likely to go. And that's like a good thing, because it shows how many people are like finding or have an open mind about a pasta-themed place before they have even been there.
So what we want to do is we want to replace Gloria Jeans with Starbucks, and we think that this is going to produce more revenue overall, because Gloria Jeans coffee is known by few and Australian owned, whereas Starbucks is a very loyal customer base. Not only that, it will also attract younger customers, and it also did pretty well in our survey, because in our survey some responses did say that they would like to see a Starbucks at the mall. Not only that, but Starbucks does not require much demographically. Starbucks is rapidly expanding, as it wants 200 locations within a year. It only asks for an average household income of $45,000, which we exceed because we have over double that amount. They ask for a minimum population of 50,000, which we also nearly double that amount. And they also don't like to be near other shops that specialize in coffee.
Next, we'd like to add an indoor kids play area, and we would replace the old and unused carousel with the new play area to appeal to families and their young children, and just bring a more appealing image to those who visit the mall. Next, we'd like to add Salad Works. Salad Works is a sort of Chipotle-style restaurant where you build your own salad. It's one of the fastest-growing restaurants in America right now. 62% of our survey takers said they're health conscious, which would be a perfect restaurant to add, as it is a healthy option. it'd be placed right next to Panera, right there. So it'd be in a restaurant area along with the Malnati's later. And Saddleworks wanted a minimum population of 30,000 within 3 miles, which we well exceed, and an average household income of 65,000, which we also double. And it wanted 2,500 square feet, which is perfect, right next to a Panera. And they wanted a traffic count of 20,000 per day, which is perfect as we exceed that.
Our next recommendation is the Nyla Hotel. It stands for New York Loft Accommodations. It's a innovative urban boutique hotel. Appeals to both leisure and business travelers. It's for people who want a escape from the traditional uninspired experience of a business hotel. It's known for a modern atmosphere with cutting-edge design, art, music, energy, and comfort. We also have a perfect age group. Most of Nilo's people that travel there are between the ages of 30 and 45, and our biggest population is between 25 and 55. Also, there are no other hotels near. The closest hotel is a Staybridge & Suites, which is a purely business-only hotel, you would call it. Also, Quality Inn, which is a very low-end, low-quality hotel. And then a Hotel Arista, which is on the other side of 88, which is a ways away. It also is very high quality, and not very many people stay there. Perfect for this location would Nilo be because of all the amenities and all the services, restaurants, businesses, everything around the mall. They'll be perfect. Also, you may not have heard of Nilo, but it's already in 3 locations in Dallas, Texas, as well as 3 locations in New York City. These are the top 10 cities in America as most populated, so why not come to a number 3 city like Chicago is? They're also looking for 25 locations within the next year, which is perfect because they're looking to expand, as well as 50,000 square feet, which would fit perfectly over there. As you see, the green sticky note, it's right next to the offices, and there's an empty parking lot space that would be perfect. Our next recommendation is Blue Malnati's. It's an iconic style deep dish pizza place that's from Chicago. It complements the hotel well because people who are traveling to Nilo Hotel aren't usually from this area. They're not from the state normally, so they come to Chicago and the America area, and they be able to experience the great Chicago-style deep dish pizza that they don't get wherever they live. Also, we would have it replace Tilted Kill, which is right here. It has perfect space. It's the exact space that the Malnati's would want. It gives us a broader audience as well as more family-based audience, and more people will be likely to go here than a Tilted Kill. Also, it wants an average household income of $75,000 a year, which we will exceed, as well as a large daytime population, being right off of Route 59 and East McCoy Street, or East New York Street. Fits perfectly. They're also looking to expand to a regional mall, lifestyle center, power center, or regional strip mall, which we all provide. Our next recommendation is the Regal Cinemas. It has most theaters in the U.S. at 558, as well as over 7,000 screens. It adds entertainment to the mall that's missing, as well as a great place for people to go and watch a great movie. It did well in our survey at 42% of people either likely to go or very likely to go. The thing with the Hollywood Palms right now, people may say that there's Hollywood Palms right across the street, why not go there? Well, Hollywood Palms has filed for bankruptcy protection, and they have no intention of getting out of it. So right now, the Hollywood Palms is looking to close down, and it's not because of the location in the area, it's because of the service and the way the Hollywood Palms is set up. It's set up as a place where you eat and dine as well as watch a movie in a very low-end quality theater. People don't want to go there and spend a ton of money to eat and everything, unlike Regal, where they can just go there, have popcorn, and watch a movie. Also, Regal wants $30,000 traffic count, and as you can see over there, the purple sticky note, it would be right over by Route 59 and East New York Street, so you can see both of those streets getting well over 30,000 per day. Also, 50 to 80,000 square feet, which we can offer as well because of the large parking area. It's also looking to expand to a mall area, as you can see, a regionally enclosed mall. So our next big recommendation is for the New York Street and Commons Drive corner. So right now there's multiple places over there, as you can see, and so there's some recommendations we're going to put in. We're going to add these 4 places, and there's already businesses there. The businesses there include Fox Valley Preschool Academy, a dance studio, antique shop, Resurrection Church, Hotline Brewing Company, nutrition shop, and a comedy shrine. These are all places you're not going to go for convenience. You're going there as a destination place. So what we did is we thought we can move them on the other side, as you would see over here. There's empty parking and empty everything right over here. There's also a strip mall across the street on the other side of Illinois Drive that's empty with only one business, so we would recommend that they relocate there. It's not going to change their customer base at all, but we can take advantage of the great traffic count and put in 4 great stores that we think would succeed there.
So one of these 4 great stores that would benefit them all drastically would be a Krispy Kreme right up in that corner. It appeals to families, especially the kids in Cabernet residential group. There's no locations near Naperville. The nearest one is about 45 minutes away, so people would be willing to drive at least a little bit further than going to go on 45 minutes away. It also did very well in our survey, as Alec explained to us. And again, Krispy Kreme also does not require much demographically, as it only wants an average household income of $65,000, and we exceed the expectation, and a minimum traffic count of $30,000. And if it's placed in this corner where you have East New York Street with 17,000 and this street with 24,000, that also exceeds 30,000 as well.
Our next recommendation for this corner is Microsoft. Microsoft is a very modernized, cutting-edge technology company that offers a wide variety of products that allow us to appeal to both our kids' Cabernet, Babes and Bliss, as well as generational soup. These kinds of people are willing to spend money on a new TV, a Surface Pro tablet, for instance, a new smartphone, iOS Windows system, and it also brings customer base to the younger kids as well as older. Grandparents nowadays are learning how to use phones and everything. Kids are playing Xbox, so this encompasses the whole generation of our area. It also helps compete with Naperville and Oak Brook. Naperville currently has the downtown Apple store, which you all know of, and the Oak Brook Mall has the Apple store and a Microsoft store. Microsoft is looking to expand in the western suburbs. They first started in downtown Chicago with their first store in Illinois. They've slowly moved out west, and they've shown interest in a regional mall like ours. Our next recommendation is Piata Italian Street Food.
So Piata Italian Street Food is also like a Chipotle style thing, except for it's with pasta. So you get to go, you get to pick your toppings, you get to pick your sauce. And there are locations all around the Midwest, including Michigan, Minnesota, Indiana, Ohio, and even some in Texas, which I know is not in the Midwest. So why would they not want to move in the 3rd largest city in the nation, which is Chicago, which also fits their whole Midwest theme location? It's a fast casual restaurant that will definitely appeal to families. Another important factor is that it would be the only one in Illinois, so people would be willing to drive further because they wouldn't have other ones near their mall, such as if they live in downtown Naperville or something like that. The corner would benefit. It would benefit the corner a lot because it is an innovative restaurant that did well in our survey. We understand that people would like to go there because it did well in our survey, like I said, and it is an original idea. It's going to ultimately attract new customers, and we know that this could do well because in the places that it's currently located, it has demographics that are similar to ours.
Our last recommendation for this corner is Columbia Sportswear Company. It's the #2 leading brand names in outdoor sportswear behind Northeast. There actually used to be a larger gap than there currently is, but because Columbia has seen the opportunity of expanding out of big stores such as REI and Dick's Sporting Goods, they're opening up their own stores and they're slowly closing that gap. Also, it would help bring in new customers that are looking to buy perfect Illinois coats that you wear almost year-round, it seems like, as well as coats that they're willing to spend money on. Like I talked about earlier, kids and Cabernet, Babes and Bliss, generational soup, those categories, they're all willing to spend money on a good coat that's going to last them a long time. They're starting their own stores, as I mentioned earlier, in Woodfield in downtown Chicago, and they're also making their way out west, just like Microsoft. Also, they want 2.5 to 5,000 square feet, which we can offer right in the corner, and it would be a perfect spot.
Along with updating the look and image, during our survey, almost 60% of people in our survey thought that they should add more greenery around the mall. Having trees and bushes around the entrances and drive would make it seem like a more friendly, open place. And then 56% of people said they should repaint the mall from that boring old cement color that looks like a prison. They feel that it'd make it feel more lively and look more appealing.
Yeah, so these are the few housekeeping things that are besides our brick and mortar recommendation for businesses. The more greenery is definitely going to have a more inviting and welcoming look for the mall, especially for the people who are driving past Route 59 and all the other streets along with that with the very high traffic counts.
The Toys R Us across from the mall is almost as old as the mall itself. Updating the Toys R Us, giving it more would make it more presentable and modern, and will increase its revenue by making it more inviting. Placing signage around the ring road will help promote businesses nearby. Arrows pointing across in the direction of certain businesses will guide shoppers to the destination for less of a hassle. Repainting the interior of the mall will improve the appearance by looking cleaner and nicer overall.
With the Vision 60504 project, we hope to make the Fox Valley Mall the absolute best it can be.
All right. Do we have any questions?
For the Regal Cinema, where are you guys planning like putting it in the parking lot? Or, like,
Oh yeah, where is that?
So,
It
it would be attached.
Shh.
It will be attached with this corner, as you can see, so there's plenty of room to fit it in there between Lexus and Sears. And so it's kind of like just jutting out into the parking lot, and there's still plenty of parking space.
You guys be quiet and listen.
And do you guys think it would do well even though there's like a Regal Cinema like 15 minutes away?
Yes, we do think it would do well because there's nothing. You still have the AMC, like you're talking, also as well. But even with the Regal Cinemas, they're willing to expand into that area.
As you can see, people clearly prefer traditional movie theaters over places like Hollywood Palms, so it would create good competition between the AMC Showplace in Naperville Crossing and the mall one.
Okay, so you mentioned how
Nilo, that's like okay, the Nilo Hotel has a few locations in Dallas and like a few other like big cities. Seems to be like an urban-based company, like predominantly located in like the heart of the city. So why would they want to come to Naperville when we have a huge city like Chicago? Like
Good point. So when I said that they're in the Dallas, they're also in the Dallas area too. So there's one in downtown Dallas, like I said. There's also one in the suburbs, like just outside of Dallas. So there's two of those. And then when I said New York City too, there's one in downtown New York City. But there's also one in the suburbs as well that is succeeding as well. They're looking to expand in suburbs as well as downtown.
And because they are looking to expand so rapidly, they want about 20 locations. Because of that, that definitely helps out with the fact that Naperville is a suburb of Chicago, which is a major city.
Any other questions, comments? I only had one little thing. You mentioned that it being a fully enclosed mall as a weakness. Couldn't you perceive that as a strength as well?
Yeah, but also like a lot of newer malls are more of that mixed or outdoor feel. So we kind of like to improve on that. A lot of the newer malls and nicer malls seem to have that outdoor feel.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
What?
Any other questions?
Don't talk to me like that.
All right, very good. Let's give them one big one on three. 1, 2, 3. Nice job. Next group, you're up.